Shifting focus now to commodities, central banks are making a bet on gold. Global central banks are incredibly bullish on gold and are now buying the gold dip. In this next report, we dive into the details and the reasons for gold becoming the center of global reserves. Take a look.
The World Gold Council's latest survey of 74 central banks shows 45% now plan to purchase gold over the next 12 months. That is the highest reading ever recorded, and the number has more than doubled since 2020 and marks the third straight year of increase. Nearly 9 in 10 central banks, or 89%, expect global gold reserves to rise over the next year. That is the second highest reading in the survey's history. The signal is clear. Institutions that manage the world's monetary foundations are moving away from dollar-denominated assets and into hard metal. Emerging markets are driving the acceleration. A record 53% of emerging market and developing economy central banks plan to add gold, up from 48% last year. These are the nations most exposed to dollar volatility, Western sanctions, infrastructure, and geopolitical fragmentation. For them, gold isn't a hedge, it's fast becoming a strategic necessity. The geopolitical context cannot be ignored. Since the US froze Russia's dollar reserves in 2022, central banks across the global south have accelerated de-dollarization. Gold holds no counterparty risk. It cannot be sanctioned and cannot be frozen. In a world of weaponized finance, that is an increasingly rare quality. Central banks are also buying the dip. Gold pulled back from its record highs, and rather than wait, central banks have stepped in. The floor under gold is being actively reinforced by sovereign buyers. What this means for markets: sustained central bank demand has historically provided structural price support for gold. With 89% of surveyed institutions expecting reserves to rise, the demand pipeline is widening. When nearly half the world's central banks plan to buy gold simultaneously, retail and institutional investors are also paying close attention to this trend. This seems like a coordinated, data-backed and geopolitically motivated pivot. Business Bureau, WION, World is One.